Ah, well done. I was starting to think no one would take down that monster. Here you are, adventurer, and thanks. That knoll was giving me a headache the size of Blackrock Spire.
Oof, I just woke up. Man, I'm tired. Let's see. No, I did its training.
You need something? Thank you so much, adventurer. Poor old Blanchie will be so happy.
Hey, Marcus, what's up? Why do you want retail? Nameless. Say what's up, Nameless. I just woke up from a... See, I was sleeping for... I fell asleep at 10:30, so 11, 12, so 4 hours. Why do you want retail classic? You don't like Turtle Isle? No, well, I'm not sure what it is with private servers. I mean, there's nothing. The only thing about Turtle Wow that I don't like I said, is just the client's not as it's not as a polished client. 1.14 client's a lot more fun to play in. The graphics look nicer. Yeah, there's hardcore retail. Yeah, there's a huge community for hardcore and retail. There was hardcore in retail before there was ever hardcore in Turtle Wow. Benny Blanco. But to answer your question, I don't think you're going to see me playing any hardcore retail for a while. I'll probably be spending a lot more time playing Turtle WoW lately, just simply because, well, there's a lot of people playing Turtle WoW. And I have a couple characters here I'm leveling. I've got a slow and steady hunter, although I'm not sure how much I'll play that. I kind of got burned out on the hunter because I played a lot. If you look at my streams for the past 6 months, predominantly it's been hunter play, so... This level 15 dude hits so hard, man. Benny Blanco does. He hits very hard. No subs to have fun. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's no subscription. It's free, so that's not... Turtle WoW's free, and there's, let's see, currently we have only 2,500. This must be like the slowest time for the server. It's actually good though, because it's a little easier to get some of these quests done. There's not quite so many people. We played Turtle WoW during the day around noon, and it's over 6,000 people. Yeah, I mean, it's not... I like classic WoW hardcore, but I kind of got a little bit turned off by the classic hardcore community, to be honest. I've always felt like the classic hardcore community is just, as far as the elite side of it, like doing like the classic WoW hardcore elite guild and stuff. I always felt that was kind of like the cool kids club. They're all a bunch of people stroking their egos, I think the community here, I'm not going to say it's better, but it could be better. I spend more time in the hardcore community on Turtle WoW, but I mean, it could actually be a better community than the classic WoW hardcore community. But the classic WoW hardcore challenge is definitely much more difficult than the Turtle WoW hardcore challenge, because classic WoW hardcore challenge, you cannot group in the open world with other players. Whereas in Turtle WoW hardcore, you can group with any Turtle WoW player who's doing hardcore, who's within 5 levels of you. But that also means you have a lot more, it doesn't feel like so much like a solo challenge, because you can group with other people while you're leveling, which makes it fun. But I can see where somebody would say that, where you'd say like private servers loses your interest. I think some people feel like private servers not validated. Like there's no validation. Like you don't feel like you're playing like the real version of the game. You know what I mean? And I can understand that feeling to a certain degree. But I've played so many private servers over the years that I've basically outgrown that feeling. You know what I mean? But there is always a kind of a cozy, comforting feeling of being on on an official WoW run server. Because you know it's an official server, but I think that's just a false feeling to some degree. Because a server like Turtle WoW here is just as, in my mind, people behind the server are obviously extremely dedicated. The server's been up since 2018, I think. So you're looking at one server. It's not like they've spun up different servers. They created one server for Turtle WoW. It's been up since 2018. It's been the one server, the same server. This is the server they started in 2018, and here it is in 2023, and it's still running. 5 years later. You know what I mean? Yeah, I remember Instaurus. I actually never played on Instaurus. Instaurus is back when, I actually never knew that private servers were as good. And I honestly, they really weren't. Instaurus is the first private server that got that widespread acclaim. You know what I mean? I always knew that private servers existed, but I just always assumed they weren't that good because I'd never played on them. But that was the wrong assumption because they actually were quite good. But Instaurus was the first one that was, it was a really good client. It ran really well and had a huge player base. So after Instaurus ended, which by the way, Instaurus didn't shut down because they had to. Instaurus shut down voluntarily because the people that ran Instaurus had such a love of the game that when Blizzard sent them the cease and desist letter out of respect for Blizzard, they actually shut down. They didn't have to. They did not have to shut it down. Yeah, they did. They 100% did not have to shut down Instaurus. They did it out of respect for the Blizzard, really. But anyways, after Instaurus was shut down, there was a big kind of to-do. There were so many people that played Instaurus. They were very unhappy when the server shut down. They made it kind of a big stink, and it really created this kind of divide between the people who played retail versions of the game and the people who played private servers. Which was I always thought was kind of funny, actually. There was kind of like a war between people that felt like you shouldn't be playing private servers because it's illegal. It's like a pirated version of the game. I don't really feel that way. I mean, I do to some degree because I'm a software developer, so I can understand people who created a game. And that's their livelihood. That's what they do for a living. They made this video game, and that's their job. But Blizzard, to me, did everybody wrong. Blizzard, in my mind, has done us wrong. I've played World of Warcraft ever since beta in 2004. I've given them tons of money, throughout the years, thousands of dollars. And for them to do what they've done to the game, in my opinion, is a betrayal to the player base. I think. I firmly believe it's a betrayal to the player base. I think they're greedy, and they've gone the route of greed, and not the route of trying to make a game stick to what people like Chris Metzen believed in, which is a beautiful, fantastical world, full of adventure. So that's why I have no problem playing private servers, because I feel like I gave them, Blizzard, tons and tons of money for years and years, and I still play retail WoW, right? I still play it a lot. I mean, So I'm still giving them money. I still have an active sub. So even though I'm playing private servers, they're still getting my money. You know, it's not like I'm not playing. It's not like I don't have an active sub to, to retail WoW. Yeah, I do remember the IF party. I saw the videos, for sure. Yeah, I remember it. I think that's part of it. I think they definitely shut it down, thinking that there was like, you know, I think they really felt like they were. I think Blizzard rolled out the red carpet to Nostarius and basically schmoozed them, and they fell victim to basically just being fooled by Blizzard into thinking, oh yeah, come to, you know, they wined and dined them. Like they flew them out to frickin' California and brought them to Blizzard. Said, hey, yeah, if you shut down, I'm sure they probably said something like, yeah, shut down your server, come out to Blizzard. You know, we'll talk about, you know, your server and how you did this, how you did that, you know. And they did it all as a big campaign to make them look good, you know. So the people behind Nostarius, I appreciate what they did, but I hope that deep down inside they realized that Blizzard played them. Yeah, they played them. And I played, so after, you know, Nostarius shut down, and it was obviously a big deal. You know, I can't pull that many. After Nostarius shut down, the next server that came up was the Elysium project, I believe, was right. They got the code from Nostarius. Even some of the people that worked on Nostarius, and they started the new project, which was Elysium, and that was the first private server. And I'd played private servers before, like I'd played Chronos, before I ever heard about Nostarius. I'd played on Chronos, and yeah, but the Elysium project started, and that's when I started playing private servers again, right? And I played on Elysium, and I had a lot of fun on Elysium. And if you go to my YouTube channel, right? Here. If you go to my YouTube channel and you do a search for Elysium, I'm sure you will find tons of videos, right? So here's Elysium Darshire. Here's a video from 6 years ago. Priest leveling on Elysium's PvP server. 5 years ago, 6 years ago. You'll see tons of videos of me playing on Elysium. And then Elysium kind of blew up because there were some people on Elysium that were basically corrupt. They were, you know, they were selling gold. They were basically being gold sellers on their own server to sell gold and to make money. And that, you know, of course, that came out. And that was a big, you know, a no-no. So people got mad and stopped playing on it. Kind of a lot of people started leaving Elysium because of that. Because they don't play on a private server where the people that are running the server are actually selling gold. You know? I never played on Phoenix, but I'm aware of, you know, I've heard of it. There's so many private servers. So many. But anyway, so Elysium went down, right? It went down. And then what started up after from the ashes of Elysium was Light's Hope. And I will tell you right now, out of all the private server projects I've ever played, the most fun I've ever had on a true, like, vanilla server, like an Nostarius-like server, was Light's Hope. I played Light's Hope, and I had a blast. I loved it. Light's Hope, I thought, was a fantastic project. I spent a lot of time. I spent years playing Light's Hope. And it was a blast. Like I said, I had a blast. I loved it. And then eventually after all of that, after playing Light's Hope, then World of Warcraft came out with Classic WoW. And of course, that was huge, you know, huge. And so most of the private server people, when Classic WoW came out, started playing Classic WoW, you know. And rightly so. I mean, everybody, that's what is, after all, that's what we all wanted anyways. We all wanted a original vanilla version of the game. And a lot of the private server, even like Light's Hope, they shut down. Like when Classic WoW came out, they straight up just said, we're shutting down our project, because the whole reason we even had this project is because we want Blizzard to do Classic WoW. So once Blizzard did Classic WoW, they're like, we don't need our project anymore. But of course, in Blizzard fashion, they managed to screw up Classic WoW. And how did they screw up Classic WoW? They screwed it up with bots, RMT, GDKB, boosting, all the stuff that, in my opinion, is what ruins the retail version of the game. And so everybody started going back. The people who really cared about just playing WoW as a immersive, fun, fantasy-based MMO, the people who truly cared about playing it in the vein of Dungeons & Dragons, like myself, went back to private servers, because we don't give a shit about GDKP. I don't give a shit about buying gold, selling gold. I don't give a shit about PvP rating. I don't give a shit about, Mythic Plus keys. I could care less about Mythic Plus, right? All I care about is just enjoying having fun and exploring a fantasy-based world with people, And so those people all went back to people like myself, started going back to play private servers again, Hey Jamie, yeah, so this is a private server. This is Turtle WoW. And so Turtle WoW is a vanilla plus server. It's basically, vanilla WoW, but they've added new custom content, which is what they call, plus servers. It's basically vanilla plus additional content. So Turtle WoW is the most popular, and rightly so. It's a really good vanilla plus project. And Turtle WoW is actually, what's really cool about Turtle WoW is they really care about keeping the plus content in line with really Warcraft 3. So lore-wise, a lot of the inspiration for the stuff they've put into the game comes from World of Warcraft. Comes with Warcraft 3. Like, you look at this character here, it's a High Elf character. And the High Elves, I guess, were pretty prevalent in Warcraft 3. Come on, kid, you gotta be kidding, man. Of course, are you joking, kid? You know that retail has hardcore. Hardcore existed in retail before it ever existed on Turtle WoW. Turtle WoW didn't have hardcore in the beginning. They added it later. There was no hardcore mode in Turtle WoW when Turtle WoW came out. Hey, Sammy. Good morning, man. Are you asking what kind of priest this is going to be? Because you said I going to play. Are you saying what kind of priest you going to play or what kind of priest I'm? This is a holy priest. This is straight up going to be a Turtle WoW holy priest. And the holy priest in Turtle WoW has some unique abilities. Yeah, so this leveling series is, excuse me, is going to be a holy priest. I'll be right back. Give me a second. Well, you said what kind of priest I going to play? That was some question marks. Mm-hmm. Is Turtle WoW really popular? Yeah, Turtle WoW is insanely popular, Jamie. Turtle WoW is insanely popular. It's one of the most popular private server projects. If you go to Turtle WoW website, and if you go to the population graph, and at least this graph is incredibly accurate, by the way. Oh wow, it finally had a downtick this last weekend. So on 4/30/2023, which was just a few days ago, what was that? 4/30 is Sunday. This past Sunday, the peak population this past Sunday was 7,100 people. So yeah, there's a ton of people playing on Turtle WoW. More Europeans play on it than US people, I would say. Well, definitely for sure, because and I think more Europeans played private servers in general, to be honest. But yeah, Turtle has a ton of people, So you're looking for a server to play, and you want there to be a ton of people, or you want there to be a good player base. This is the server for you, right? I mean, you're never going to be worried. You're never going to have an issue finding people to play with if you're on Turtle WoW. At least not right now. Yeah, I hate Zoomers, man. I hate people that are just go, 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 you know? I hate that. I really dislike that. I hate when you get into a dungeon group in like a retail WoW and it's just like people trying to flex their EP and just rush through the content as fast. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just want to. I play games to have fun, not to be like, hey, look at how good I am. Look at how fast I can clear a dungeon. You know what I mean? Wall to wall pulls, man. Let me pull the whole dungeon in one pull. You know, it's just like. But here you see some of the bad parts of Turtle WoW, like the loading. Sometimes, like you can see here, it looks like it's stuck loading the game, which is, it happens. The client runs pretty good. It runs pretty good, but sometimes it does freeze up loading the game. Like it looks like it's done right here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and kill it. It looks like it's died. So let's just start it up again. Anyway, so if we look at my build, we're going to be going with a holy build. So this is the holy leveling build. Obviously I'll respec once I get closer to endgame. Right. So we want to do a build that's going to be decent for leveling, but also is going to be really good for healing, so that I can do, a lot of dungeon runs while we're leveling. We're level 15 now, so once we get to level 20, we'll be able to start doing some dead mine runs, which will be fun. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it does add a more interesting mechanic, right? I play Turtle WoW hardcore typically. This is hardcore. So if you look at the title of the stream, Turtle WoW hardcore holy high elf priest. So well, I think there's more to it than just that, though. There's a lot more to it than just increasing the stats of the tank, right? Right. So if you go to the changes in the 1.16 version of Turtle WoW, which is this is the current version of Turtle WoW, is 1.16. Oh, you're just tired, Jamie. Yeah, no, it's like, no worries, man, no worries. I'm just saying, yeah, that's what it is. So if you look at Holy Champion, there's more to it. I mean, basically, you have all these different things you can do, right? It allows you to choose another player as your Holy Champion, granting you several unique abilities. So these are different abilities you can use on the player that you've chosen as your Holy Champion, right? I could bestow the target with grace, increasing all healing done by the priest, which is, be good for if I'm like, healing a tank. I could do Champion's Bond, where it creates a bond between the priest and the champion. When the priest takes damage, up to 20 damage will be taken by the champion instead. So that's pretty cool. Empower Champion increases all healing and spell damage done by up to 20 and attack power by 30. Does not stack effects with Greater Arcane Elixir. So this basically makes the champion, like, it basically increases all healing and spell damage done. I'm assuming by the champion. So if I did that on, say, another priest, let's say I was in a group with 2 priests, and I did Empower Champion on them, and they did Empower Champion on me, we both would be doing more damage and more healing. And then there's also Champion's Resolve. I can ward the champion against fear. So this gives you the ability to have fear ward. Because remember, in Vanilla WoW, the only priest that had fear ward was dwarves. Was a dwarf priest. So that gives you the ability to basically have a fear ward. So now every priest, if they choose to, can actually have fear ward if they want, right? And then Revive Champion revives the priest champions to life with health. So this cannot be cast in combat. So this is interesting. I guess the 2-second cast. I don't know that. I'm not sure. This is just like a better version of Resurrection, I guess. So, I mean, it's not like groundbreaking stuff, but it's still interesting. It's still a fun mechanic to play with. So, I think it looks like it'll be like a lot of fun to play around with. But I think that's one of the cool things about Turtle WoW is I think a lot of the changes to the talent trees, they're cool changes, but they're not groundbreaking. You don't want them to be groundbreaking. You don't want to break Vanilla WoW, because Vanilla WoW was already a very good game. It was a great game. So they're just trying to create. But if you guys look at and when we get this character up to level 22, and we start doing questing in the wetlands, you guys are going to see that there's an entirely new, whole new area. Like this zone right here, Dunagroth and Hawk's Vigil, is like a completely new zone, completely full of a lot of custom quests. The cool thing about Turtle WoW is all the custom content. There's over 1,200 new quests in Turtle WoW. All right, 1,200 quests in Turtle WoW that don't exist in regular Vanilla WoW. Yeah. And if you're curious about, and the cool thing about them is they give better XP and rewards than regular quests, but they're not like crazy. Like they're good, really good. Turtle WoW quests, right? Okay, so there's actually, I was wrong. There aren't 1,200. There's 1,184. I was damn close. But if you look at the quests, here's the link to the quests. They're really good, You almost feel that while waiting for stuff like Epic, which has epic reworked dungeons. I don't know, Epic. I mean, there's a lot of private servers, there's a lot of projects out there. Um, I mean, I've followed Epic here. I've got it in my Discord, so I mean, I've followed some of the stuff that the Epic project's doing. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not super impressed by Epic so far. So we'll see where it goes. But it doesn't it doesn't blow my socks off yet. And the Dusthaven, Dusthaven is just Dusthaven breaks the game too much as far as like the classes are too overpowered. Yeah, I mean Dusthaven, the classes are too strong. Like the changes they made to the classes have made classes like the class balance just isn't there. The cool thing about Turtle Well, like I said, is they've done really really cool stuff, but they have still stayed in my mind within the feel and regional, feel of vanilla. Right? It's still when you're playing Turtle Well, it still feels like you're playing vanilla WoW. Whereas sometimes when you go on these other projects, it's not. It doesn't have that feeling. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna play Ashes of Creation. I mean, I'm really intrigued. I'm excited for Ashes of Creation. I wasn't initially because I wasn't really on board with Steven Sharif. I thought his multi-level marketing schemes and kind of the way where he was coming from seemed kind of shady. But that was 6 years ago probably when I thought that, or 5 years ago. Yeah, I'm on board with Ashes of Creation. Yeah, I mean, I think Ashes of Creation has the potential to be an amazing MMO. I like that he's very committed in Ashes of Creation to not, to not doing microtransactions and all that kind of crap, like the pay-to-win stuff. He's very much against that stuff, and which is good. Yeah. Yeah, in the beginning, it was, the fact that he kind of had some MLM stuff, multi-level marketing type stuff in his, I don't want to say campaign, but in his way of trying to recruit people into really getting into the game. He made some poor decisions early on, let's just put it that way. But I think now he's got a better understanding of how to do it, and I think he definitely has showed people that he's serious. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but I hope, who was it? It was Marcus. I hope you're not one of those people that was like, when Nostalgia shut down, that was like against like the private server community. Like one of those stupid people, and I will say stupid because they were incredibly stupid. The people that sat on the Blizzard forums bashing private server players, saying, "Oh my God, you're playing a private server. You shouldn't be doing that. It's illegal." Blah 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 blah. Because those people, I think, are freaking stupid and hilarious. Because what was really funny about those people is all those people that sit there and badmouth the Nestarius people. Like, really, there was this huge divide on the World of Warcraft forums where they were making fun of Nestarius people. Remember, they had that big BlizzCon, and they put up there was that big banner on the wall, people were signing it, and somebody wrote in really big letters, like, Nestarius. And they were saying that, oh, Blizzard's never going to do Classic WoW. Remember that? These were all the same people that said, oh, Blizzard will never do Classic World of Warcraft. You know, you think you do, but you don't. And I guarantee you, out of all those people, all those stupid people that badmouth private server players and players that played Nestarius and badmouth them, I guarantee you that probably 90% of those players have played Classic WoW. Not only played Classic WoW, but enjoyed Classic WoW. So to all of those people, I say, eat shit. You know, because those people are some of the dumbest people. And I was a big advocate of, you know, Classic WoW right off the bat. I mean, I've always said they should come out with a, you know, vanilla version of World of Warcraft, you know, as it was. I think all MMOs should have that. I think every MMO project that's a good project should maintain a server that is the game as it was on release. If the game as it was on release was good. There's games like Terra. Terra, as it was on release, was a phenomenal MMO. And if the people who made Terra, like if you go back to like Enmasi, and if they would have maintained a vanilla Terra server, they would still have, I guarantee you, they would still have over 100,000 people to this day playing it, if they may have maintained it. But they didn't. They made tons of changes as early as 3 months into the release. Changes that ruined Terra, in my opinion. It was a huge mistake. Same thing with Black Desert. Black Desert, on the release, was a much different game than it is today, and in my opinion, in a lot of ways, was better. But I will say that Black Desert added a lot of stuff to the game that, you know, they really fleshed out a lot of the systems, made them better. But they also ruined a lot of systems. You know, the horse system, the horse breeding system now is you know, kind of the materials you need to breed horses and stuff, it's not as good a system now as it was on day one of release. And you know, and other servers like Lord of the Rings Online, I think, and I haven't played it a lot, but I've heard that people liked the initial release. I could be wrong on that one. Don't quote me on that one. But you know, Rift is another one. Rift, if you would have maintained a vanilla version of Rift as it was on day one on release, again, I think there'd be a ton of people playing the game. I'd be one of them. So, to me, if an MMO comes out and the game as it was on day one of release is a successful game, I do think there's a market for maintaining a server that has that version of the game. You know. And I still think, well, I don't think, I know, 100% know that if there was a Terra, Black Desert, and Rift versions of those games, as they were on release, day one of release, if there were servers that mimicked that day one release, that were run by the people who created the game, that those servers would all, to this day, still be very popular and very populated. Especially Terra. Terra would be huge. Terra would straight up be one of the biggest servers out there right now if they had the vanilla version out there. And it was run by the official people that created the game. That game would still be one of the top, probably 5 MMOs. Maybe even top 3. Another server too, Ion. If they could have kept a version of Ion that was vanilla. The thing with all of these versions of the original versions of the game, that you have to prevent bots, you have to prevent RMT, you have to prevent those. And one of the best ways to prevent RMT is to just create a hardcore mode. Like, create a mode that's like hardcore Classic WoW. Because you can't have RMT with hardcore as it is in Classic WoW, because you can't trade with other people, you can't group with other people, and you can't use the auction house. So Unfortunately, that takes away some of the good things of the game. Some of the more group feeling. Some of the community-based. There's still a great community in hardcore. Classic hardcore is a pretty great community outside of the hardcore elite people, which I find to be elitists and a lot of them jerks, straight up jerks. And I'm not going to pull any punches on that shit. I've been around the hardcore community long enough I've been around it since the release of hardcore classic WoW stuff. By Cargos, those guys, about a year after classic WoW came out. And what I've always seen with the hardcore community in classic WoW is there's just this group of people that are very elitist and think that they're better than everybody else, and they treat other people as such. And those are the type of people that I don't give a shit about, and I don't want anything to do with them. So. You just get this, it's the old saying, power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. You get people in these positions of having a lot of exposure, and it goes to their head. They think that somehow they're better than everybody else. I think that's one of the things that I've always liked about Asmongold. Asmongold's can be kind of a dick, and he was kind of a jerk. Like when he first played WoW, he was the guy who was the the ninja looter and would go around and try to do stupid shit that I'm not really a big fan of. But one thing about Asmongold is he's not one of those people that tries to be an elitist. He doesn't try to be, he's not going to sit there and say, I'm better than you, so you are shit. You know what I mean? And that's one of the things about Asmongold. And the fact that he's become such a big streamer and made all this money, and yet I think he's still pretty much kind of the same guy, although I think he's got a lot of social pressure and problems that he struggles with as a big streamer. And I think we'll continue to see Asmongold move further and further away from gaming. And I think a lot of the big streamers do. They get to a certain point where it becomes too much. I can only imagine. I don't even consider myself really a streamer. I guess I am. I stream, right? But I don't consider myself like. When people say, "Are you a streamer?" I say, "Well, yeah." I say, "Well, yeah, I like to stream," But my point is that even I, with only a few thousand subs, feel the pressure of the people who watch me always wanting me to do what they want me to do. I get it all the time. People are like, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Like Mark's coming into the stream just a few minutes ago, or 20 minutes ago, or half an hour, or whatever, and saying, when are you going to play Classic WoW again? There's always people that want you to do what they want. And so you can, and like I said, and that happens to someone like me who only has a couple thousand people watching me. Imagine someone like Asmongold who has millions of people watching him. Imagine the amount of pressure you must feel of having thousands and thousands and thousands of people constantly nagging you to do what they want you to do. So, when are you gonna do this? Can you do that? Anyways, let's get back to focusing on knocking out some of these quests. We still need trappers. Let's go ahead and take out the gnolls too. While we still have the dragon buff, so that's good. The one thing I've learned streaming is that I don't care. I don't care what people like. If you don't like me, that I don't care. And if you unsub to my channel because you don't like my content, that's fine. If I don't play what you want me to play and you don't like that, well, sorry. The whole point is I'm going to play the game to have fun.
Greetings.
And I apologize if that's not what you want me to do, but that's just the way
Bah,
it's going to
I should have let that scoundrel
it's gonna
rot
be,
when I had
yeah.
the chance. But this information is crucial. Good work. I wonder what Wiley meant when he mentioned the stonemasons. Perhaps that was a slip of tongue. Could the Defias gang be related to the stonemasons? Only one man would know for sure. Matthias Shaw, head of SI-7. Show him Wiley's note and see if he has anything to add to this growing mystery. If you have trouble finding Shaw, check the barracks in Old Town. Great. You brought the armor. We'll get this divvied to those who need it immediately. Thank you, adventurer. Your efforts have been a great help to us. And now that you're no stranger to griffins, I hope you'll come and lend your aid to Sentinel Hill often.
Ah, shit, that's not what I wanted you to do. Oh well.
The Defias front is constantly shifting. I've been following their movements for quite some time now. On a side note, I've ascertained that many members of the gang can be tracked by the red leather bandanas they wear. Bring me 15 of these bandanas and I'll see to it you are rewarded.
You have, here. Have I not learned cooking? Guess I haven't. Well, we're gonna have to go pick up cooking. We'll do that after we get level 16. Damn it. So here's one of the benefits that Turtle allows that you can group with other hardcore players that are within 5 levels of you, which actually creates a pretty enjoyable experience, you know. It feels more like a community because of that. Like in classic WoW hardcore, you can't do that. So it's kind of cool. Ah! What did I just do? Figure out how to launch this thing. Just join the Discord server. It's pretty straightforward. I think it's logon dot. See. Yeah, but there's a. I think the Discord server probably has a simple, like, you know, startup guide or whatever. Let's see, Turtle WoW. Information. Probably better. Actually, it's probably easier just to go to the website. Turtle WoW. Let me get to a safe area. Go to forums, announcements. Client download. Oh, it's in there somewhere. I'll just Google it. Yeah, well, it's basically it's right here. Just set, yeah, it was in right here. Set realmless to Turtle WoW. Yeah, there you go. I was just looking for the realmless, but. All done with that. Fucking Benny, man, get off my nuts. Crap, this guy, he was chasing me all the way across the world. I hate Benny Blanco. I was trying to kill the other guy, the other person, first, and then come back and kill Benny, but didn't quite get the other one. He's gonna come back and beat on this poor person who's in there. Watch this. Thought there was a person that went in there. Maybe not. Yeah, it's custom music, yeah. Not WoW music. It's annoying when you invite somebody to a group and they decline your invitation and you're basically doing the same quest. It's kind of annoying. But after all, they're a paladin. I kind of don't like to play Paladin on Turtle just because they're so... It's like the most common character, you know? Yeah, I love Paladins, but I don't want to play the same thing that everybody else is playing.
These are just perfect, adventurer. Thank you so much. Farmer Saldine and I are going to feast tonight. And here's a little something for you for the hard work. You didn't think I was going to let an adventurer like you go hungry, did you?
Well done, adventurer. My scout witnessed your valiant acts. You are proving yourself quite well so far. A band of vicious Defias pillagers has been seen plundering the Gold Coast Quarry, Moonbrook, and the Alexton farmstead. The People's Militia will not stand for such behavior. Dispatch immediately, adventurer, and make the Light's presence known in Westfall. The Gold Coast Quarry is near the shore, to the west of the tower. As the next step of your training, I want you to kill 15 of those foul Defias pillagers and 15 Defias looters. Well done, adventurer. With valiant adventurers such as yourself fighting alongside the People's Militia, Westfall just might return to the prosperous breadbasket it once was. Please accept this in recognition of your tireless efforts.
What do you mean? Are you talking about the graphics?
Nice work, person. Please accept one of these items.
Are you talking about the graphics for my client, or are you talking about the graphics for your client? Right, so like if I turn off my reshade, there you go. This is what vanilla WoW looks like. So this is exactly what vanilla WoW looks like. So I mean, the 1.12 client ultra cartoonish. No, there's no. I mean, look. What does it look different than my client? I mean, this is what 1.12 client looks like. So yeah, there's nothing. Looks like just every other 1.12 client I've ever played. You know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Without seeing what yours looks like, I'm not sure what what you mean.
Good day to you. See you around.
Welcome to my inn, weary traveler. What can I do for you? Light bless you.
the looter. Let's go do this other quest if we can. While we still have the dragon buff. Yeah, but I mean, this is what the graphics look like. I mean, yeah, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with the client. I mean, like I said, it just looks like every other 1.12 client I've ever played. That's my one big gripe with Turtle WoW. It's just that the 1.14 client, like the World of Warcraft Classic client, is a much better client. I mean, it looks better. It's got a little more features built into it. Although I've heard, someone told me yesterday that they are working on it. What resolution was really low? Again, it's just the standard 1.12 client. If you're talking about just resolution, you just need to go into your settings. I mean, when you say resolution, are you talking about the resolution here? I mean, mine's 2560 by 1440. Or are you talking about the resolution of the textures? Right? Have you played a lot of 1.12 clients, Jamie? Maybe you haven't played a lot of 1.12 clients. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, anytime you install these old clients, they're not always going to be at the right res. You have to change it. But, well, you haven't? Yeah, well, if you've not played the 1.12 client, you're in for a rude awakening. Because it's not going to feel like classic WoW. It's creating macros is different. Everything about the 1.12 client is going to be a lot different than if you've never played one before. Then yeah, you're going to have a lot of questions. Even like I said, creating macros in 1.12 completely different than it is in a classic WoW. No, you have to install there's no auto loot. You gotta install the patch. There's a patch for that. Like I said, you're in for a rude awakening. There is auto loot, but you gotta install the patch. Like you can see here, I'm auto looting, right? Yeah, I'll see if I can show you how to do it. So basically what you need is the tweaker. So if you go to the Turtle WoW forums and do a search for the tweak, I think it's called tweak. Go to the forums, just search for tweak. And what you want is can't search apparently I can't search like constantly, unfortunately. But basically what it is, I can put it on my Discord server for you. So basically what you're going to do, right, is you're basically just going to get this this vanilla tweaks.exe. That's what it's called, actually. Let me see if I can find that. And every time they update the client, you'll have to do this. So they haven't updated the client in a while, but they are going to be doing an update probably pretty soon. So once they update the client, you'll have to run the new XC against the tweaker again to update it for the auto loot. It has other features too. It's not just auto loot. It actually adds sound and background, which is of course great for me as a streamer. Can't seem to find the link for it though. Here it is. This is what you want, right? So here, there's this, the 1.12 client is missing many small quality of life features that are more modern clients have. I found this annoying, so I created a simple patcher that modifies the XP and adds some minor tweaks. The patcher is open source and very simple. And basically it adds widescreen field of view, it adds sound and background. Sound and background is so that when I click on another monitor, like my other secondary monitor, that I can still hear sound from the game. Again, hugely important when you're streaming. So a lot of times as a streamer, you're gonna want to go to your other monitor and do some stuff while you're maybe like I'm auto walking in the game, or maybe I'm flying on a flight path and I want to jump to my other monitor to do something. Maybe I want to type something in the stream chat, whatever. It also has increased far clip max value, increased grass draw distance, quick loot by default, so basically it adds auto loot. Nameplate range increase, which is pretty cool, and large. This one I don't really large address aware patch. Lets the game use up to 4 gig of RAM, so that's pretty cool actually. But anyways, this is you definitely want to use this, and I don't know if he's got it talks. So here what it is to use: drag the wow.exe on top of it, and it will create a wow underscore patched exe next to it. So once you get the tweaker, and here it is, it's just this vanilla tweaks.exe. All you have to do is take the wow exe, you drag it on top of that, and it creates a new file. Now, after I created my new file, I renamed it to wow.exe. So my wow.exe is the actual patched file, but it'll create a new file called wow underscore patch.exe. And then when you just run that file. I actually renamed it, and the reason I renamed it to just wow.exe is because I use a VPN, and my VPN is looking for the file to be called wow.exe. So when it was the wow underscore patched, it was screwing up my VPN. It wasn't recognizing it for my VPN. But this wow.exe is the wow underscore whatever patched or whatever. So and you can see I've got like wow.original 2, wow.original. There's a wow FOV.exe, which gives me a bigger field of view. But anyways, all you do is just take this vanilla tweaks.exe, put it into your TurtleWow folder, and then just drag your original executable on top of this file, and it will create the new file. It's super simple. I'll take this file right here, the tweaks, and I'll put this in my Discord server, so you can just download it from here if you want. So I'll go to my Discord server. I'm going to go to TurtleWow here, and I'll just, it's probably already, maybe, can I pin some of these? Pin message. This here. I'll go ahead and pin this one too. So now you're going to have, I guess I don't have to pin it. But anyways, I put it in here. If you don't have access to my Discord server, I'll just go ahead and throw this in the stream. There you go. You can join my Discord, and once you join my Discord, just go down to the WoW section, and I have a ton of Discord servers for WoW. I've got general chat add-ons, add-ons for 1.12. Here's my add-ons for 1.12 that I use for anytime I'm playing a 1.12 client, which is what TurtleWow is. I've got my add-ons zipped up here, so it's got some pretty good add-ons. I've got add-ons Turtle. I've even got my add-ons that I use for TurtleWow here. You can grab those. And of course, there's all kinds of other channels I have down here. Macros. These are just general macros. TurtleWow. There's more. Do I have multiple TurtleWows? Well, I have add-ons Turtle and I have TurtleWow. Interesting. But anyways, back to Turtle. But yeah, if you just go to my Discord, you can download that. Yeah, no problem. And there's other stuff though. I mean, that's, you know, I would recommend installing Reshade. To create macros, Jamie, it's, you know, you're not going to be able to create macros like you did in Classic WoW. Looks like this client crashed again on me. I don't know why it's been crashing. It does this. It crashes sometimes. You just close it down, start it up. Cortana. Go to hell, Cortana. Alright, let's... Yeah, well, I was gonna say if you do use macros, I mean, some of the basic macros work, but yeah, if you don't use macros, then you're fine. Yeah, if you're not using macros, then yeah, you can just play the game. But there's certain things. I'll tell you one thing. Do you, if you, I can tell you there's one add-on you should grab. If you download my zip file for the Tour WoW add-ons, one of the add-ons you probably are going to want to use, it's called No Toggle. And what it does is it makes sure that when you start auto attacking, that it doesn't disable your auto. It's good for like your wand too. Like if you start shooting your wand, like, and you try to hit the key again to like shoot wand. Here, let me show you. So like if I go to shoot wand on this guy, you know. Yeah, I keep spamming. Right now I'm spamming my wand key, shoot wand, but see, it just keeps shooting. That's what the add-on No Toggle does. It basically prevents shooting your wand or auto-attacking from being canceled by hitting the button. So I can sit here and spam shoot. My shoot ability, which is this one right here. This one. See, like if I put this here, normally the way it works is if you click this, it'll start shooting your wand, but if you click it again, it'll stop. So the No Toggle add-on prevents that. So now I can just click wand. I can just keep clicking this over and over and over again, and she'll just keep shooting the wand. So that's pretty cool. If you're playing a class that's going to be using a wand, or if you're playing a class where you're auto shooting a lot, you know. So that's a really nice add-on. What? I thought I had this quest. Yeah, I guess I don't. Bummer. Thought I had that quest. We're just about out of rest time, so we're gonna have to go hit a tent pretty soon. I'm gonna leave the party because I'm actually done with those, although let's try this. See how easy I can take out these 2 mobs. Wait, now there's 3 mobs. Never mind. But you can see the server population is going to go up. Like it was 2,300 earlier, now it's to 2,700. Within the next like 3 or 4 hours, it's going to shoot up over 5,000 easily. And it'll continue to rise until about another 7 hours from now. It'll be 10:57 a.m. my time. So over the next 7 hours, you'll see the population on the server continue to rise. We're gonna try to take out 2 casters. Shit, I'm out of mana. Like, damn, I'm out of mana. Looks like I need a bigger mana pool. I really burnt through my mana fast there. You know, we have an ability that, since I've learned it, I've not used it. I think I've only used it once. And if you guys can, like, what buff don't I have? I don't have inner fire. So I've basically been running around without inner fire like the entire time. Totally forgot I even had that ability. Funny, actually. What event are you talking about? How do we have like what looks like an orc in our... Oh yeah. So we actually have an orc in our group. We also have, I forget, there's also cross-faction play, Jamie. So you can actually invite people of the opposing faction into your party on the server, which is actually really cool. I think they did that initially when the server had a lot lower population. Of course now, but yeah, cross-faction is pretty cool. Where's he going? What video are you talking about? The video's bad. You're always complaining about something changed. You're always griping about something. Yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Yeah. Quality looks fine. I'm not really sure what you mean, but... Okay. I'm actually already done. Hey Jamie, use PF Quest. Go to Shagu. Go to shagu.org, Jamie. I'll show you. Go to shagu.org. You want to download. PF Quest, and you also want to download PF Quest Turtle, and you install both of those. Also, I would recommend getting Shagu Tweaks, Shagu DPS, and Shagu Plates. These 3 as well. So, all 5 of those add-ons I would highly recommend. Yeah, I don't use Questy. I don't use Questy, dude. I use PF Quest. So it looks like this.
You need something? See?
Your worth to the People's Militia has been validated by your brave acts thus far. Some Defias have eluded us. My most trusted scout reports that these Defias have been looting and pillaging the countryside all the way into southern Westfall. We believe they are hiding out in the Dagger Hills, plotting their next move. Slay the wretches in the name of the People's Militia.
Look at the type stream description change. Turtle WoW. Private server Turtle WoW. People never read the stream description. It always blows my mind. You know, they just never read it. Like they come in and they say, "What server is this? Is this hardcore?" And I'm like, "It's in the description. Turtle WoW hardcore." All good, man.
Rough times, huh, adventurer? No matter where you turn, someone needs help, and my wife and I are no exception. Good work, friend. You have earned your pay well. Who knows, perhaps Westfall will prosper once again.
I can't wait till we get to the wetlands and we can start doing the new zone. It's always fun when we get to do some of the new zone quests.
My watch. Thank you so much, kindly. We are but poor farmers and we have lost our land, but please accept this reward as a token of our appreciation.
How do I do that? How do I get to... I keep forgetting how to do this. How do you get to the new High Elves zone? This. The quest starts? There's a quest we need to do, and I don't know. Trade district. Yeah. So there's a quest we need to do in the trade district. Okay. Cool. No, hardcore is... No. There's only one server for Turtle WoW. Yeah, no, there's only one server for Turtle WoW. So to do a hardcore, you have to talk to a NPC in the game. So which race are you going to play? There's an NPC you talk to turn on hardcore. So yeah, you need to go to the default server because there's only one server. So like, here, let me show you. I'll just show you, right? So like, if you were gonna play like a human, right? Like, here, Shady Vale. Like if you were gonna create like, let's say a human. You want to find an NPC that's wearing a black robe. So like in the human area, this human starting area, you would come in here, you would go into this building, and also there's other modes too. You could talk to this glyph guy. And if you buy a Glyph of the Turtle, it's going to make you level a lot slower. There's Glyph of Exhaustion, Glyph of War. These are 3 other game modes you can play, but you have to buy one of these glyphs and then use it out of your inventory. That'll activate those modes. But to do hardcore, you got to find this guy. This guy right here. And he's going to be a mysterious stranger. Yeah, see this black-robed character. You talk to him, stay a while and listen. Right out of Diablo, right? And basically, you can see you will learn hardcore. So you just accept this quest, and then turn it in. And once you talk to him, accept the quest, turn it in, then go to your spellbook, and you can see that you now have the hardcore challenge. See? And upon death, your spirit is lost to the twisting nether. So that's all you got to do to turn on to enable hardcore. So it's built into the game. Yeah. And they have other modes. Like I said, there's slow and steady, exhaustion. There's slow and steady, which basically reduces your experience down to only 0.5. So you're only getting half the normal experience. Right?
Welcome to SI, 7 headquarters, adventurer. This matter might be more complex than Stoutmantle realizes. The Stonemasons Guild was run by a man named Edwin Van Cleef. Van Cleef was responsible for rebuilding Stormwind after the Orcs razed it in the First War. Apparently, Van Cleef and his men were unhappy with their treatment by the king after the reconstruction was complete. That just might explain a thing or two. I have written a more detailed account for your master in Westfall. Take this to him at once.
There's also a quest to get a turtle mount. See this turtle mount that this person is riding? There's a quest to get that. You just have to... There's a certain person that gives a quest, I think, but it has to be the Darkmoon Fair, I believe. Has to be up. Which it's up quite often. And when it's up, there's an NPC there you talk to that gives you the quest. But you want to be around level 20 to do that quest. You'll have to go to Ash and Vale and some mobs out there. Alright, so is it this one? This is fashion demands, sacrifices. This is the one.
Well met.
That quest. It's not that quest. This one. Yeah, I mean, this is yeah, they built on top of vanilla. Well, it's what a lot of people have wanted for a long time. A lot of people have wanted vanilla plus.
We've been doing a lot of business lately. It seems like everyone is buying armor and sturdy clothes, almost like they expect a cold, harsh season ahead. But those are future worries. My worry today is that I'm running out of knitted clothing to sell. I need another load from our supplier. If you can take this request to Rima Schneider at the Canal Tailor and Fit Shop, I'd be most grateful.
I'm not seeing the quest. Or, yeah, I'm not finding the quest. Fortunately. I don't know. Can't remember how to do it. I can't seem to find the... There's a whole new area for High Elves, but I don't see the quest. Damn it, I don't know why it's... This. How's Torek? Yeah, that's a red quest. This quest sucks because she takes like 20 silver from you, I think. Hoping that's not the quest I need to do. Oh, here's the I've never done the fashion. Oh. Cool. Well, I cannot figure out how to get into the High Elf area, and I don't want to ask him the guild again either. Thanks for another Blizzard. So simple yet awesome. Yeah, they have some basic changes to some of the characters, character customizations. Where is? I can't find it. Yeah. For sure. Yeah, okay, so the one person told me it was a trade district, so I don't know if they were lying to me or they were just forgetting. Oh, I think it's this one. Assisting the children of the sun. So I'm actually on the quest. I just... I think I am. Oh, I'm such a noob. I just forgot. I forgot how to do it. I've only been there once, ever. Alright. So... Here we go. I need to get to bed. I want to get to bed by 5, so we got about 24 minutes or 34 minutes. Oh yeah, Paladin is the only thing that on this server that's a little crazy is Paladins are very strong. Like Paladins have been, they've basically enabled Paladins to be like what they were supposed to be in original vanilla. So what's interesting is like Crusader Strike and Holy Strike are added to Paladins in Turtle WoW, and both of those abilities were in the original vanilla client. They just weren't enabled for some reason, which I don't know why. Because Paladins definitely were missing an offensive ability. You level from 1 to 20 on a Paladin in vanilla WoW, and you'll pretty quickly realize that, it feels like you're missing something, I will explain the situation. I'm Khalidra Dawnbreeze, formerly a ranger captain of the Far Striders during the Second War. But now merely a citizen of Stormwind. After the loss of Quel'Thalas, our people suffered deeply. Some of us, led by the former prince, Caelan, were seduced by dark magic. And from what I've heard, they betrayed the alliance by siding with the creatures known as the Naga. So if you go through and you read, what's really cool about the High Elves is that the lore is really cool. Now speak to Elsharan. She can be found beyond the portal in the Mage Tower in Stormwind. Oh, you watched an old stream about it? He said, argued about the talents and couldn't cut them in due to balance. Well, whatever they did, they kind of screwed it up. Because Paladins in vanilla have some serious issues. Like, they definitely were missing an offensive ability, because you're basically just auto-attacking, like, all the way to level 20, you're not... you definitely feel like you're missing an offensive ability, like Crusader Strike, or, Holy Strike. And then, of course, there's no taunt for tanks, so as a tank, you have no taunt, which just makes no sense. So on Turtle WoW, they've actually fixed those issues. I mean, you have a couple new abilities in Holy Strike, Crusader Strike. By level 10, you're gonna have Crusader Strike, Holy Strike, and Judgment by like level 10. Now, Holy Strike, you get a quest in the Cathedral here. You'll get a quest to kill Hogger, and when you kill Hogger and turn that in, you'll be able to get Holy Strike. So you can do that pretty quickly if you get a group. Yeah. Oh, you watched some of my prop buys? Oh yeah, those are old. Those are really old, dude. Yeah, it's definitely an auto attack Andy, yeah. Those are so old, man. It's funny because a lot of the Protection Paladin streams, like some of those Prop Paladin streams I did, I was trying to figure out the class in vanilla. Yeah, and so I actually, there's even times in those streams where I'm saying stuff that isn't correct. Like there was a time when I think I was using Seal of Crusader a lot, which is not the best way to do damage. But it just felt like you were doing more damage because you were attacking a lot faster. So, but anyways, I was learning how to play the Paladin while I was, so it was definitely a learning experience. But yeah, it felt, in vanilla, like it feels like you're doing more damage with Seal of Crusader. Yeah, it definitely did a lot of damage early on, and then later on down the road, you would switch over. Really cool on private servers though. Protection Paladins were really cool because when you judged a target with Seal of Light, you got a chance to get multiple heals. And I don't know if that's how the original vanilla worked because I don't really remember. I mean, I played Protection Paladin in the original vanilla when it came out, but it was so long ago, I don't remember, like, if it worked this way. But basically what it was on private servers, on those old streams I did for Protection Paladin, if you, like, judged a target with Seal of Light and you had Seal of Righteousness up on yourself, you would have a chance to get multiple heals coming back. You'd swing your weapon. If you hit the target, that might give you a heal. And then your Seal of Righteousness would do an additional holy damage, right? So that additional holy damage that hit the target after you hit him with your weapon would also have a chance to heal you. So you had two chances to heal you on one swing. That's the way that it worked on private servers, but it didn't work that way on Classic WoW. Magic is always around us, High Elf. Learn to feel it, wield it, and share it for the good of all Azeroth. Do not make the same mistakes we've all witnessed. To Thalas. Oh, you've come to assist Thalas. I'm quite happy, I must say. I knew Khalidra would find nice people. I'm surprised she found a priest as capable as you. The loss of Quel'Thalas has grieved me greatly, but now I see hope. Hope that our people can have a future again. Talk to me when you're ready, and I will send you to Thalas. Go. Safe travels. Discovered Thalas. It's so creepy walking up these stairs. It feels like you're gonna fall through, right? I forgot to hit the priest trainer when I was in the Forgot to hit the priest trainer. Oops, I think I'm going the wrong way. And I'm still going the wrong way. I'm still going the wrong way. I have like the worst sense of direction. Like the worst sense of direction. Like even in the real world, man. You never want me to be like in charge of directions. I'm hoping this is the exit here, but it may not be. Doesn't look like it is. Hey, look, I can't even, I'm like lost inside this cave. I can't even get out. Yeah, no problem, Gene. Yeah, I'm gonna head to sleep too. I'm actually going to bed too. I'm tired. Also, here's like, if you're a hunter and you want to get some like a ghost crimson lynx pet, you might be able to tame it here. I don't know. Not sure. Maybe you can. Where's the rest of the quest? That was one quest. Are they telling me there's no more quests here? These seem to be grayed out. Oh, here's a flight master.
I am honored.
Don't know any flight paths to that location. This boat go? This boat looks like a problem. Go anywhere. I don't remember any of that. I don't really remember. You get a flat? Yeah, no, definitely. Turtle is a great server. Okay. Well, I don't know why I wasn't. There's actually I think there's like a daily quest there, maybe. I don't know. I can't remember, guys. I think you can like maybe every day go there and do a quest. But I think once you get there's a reputation vendor there. I thought. Let's go back and see. I thought there was a vendor here. Maybe. I'm so confused. definitely other quests here. We just can't do them
Hey there. What brings you here?
How may I help? Greetings.
What about these quests? Appealing to the Alliance Night Elves. There seems to be other quests, maybe up here. Take a look. Discover the Citadel. What's this? What did I get? Just looted something from that. Marta's silver coin. So I got a silver coin, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. I don't know. Okay, so there is a quest here. Oh, here's a priest trainer. Seek audience with all 4 alliance leaders and represent Thali's interest. Nice. Donation of wool. I don't have any wool to give you. Wool. Okay, so here we go. So when we get exalted, we can get the Quel'Thalas tabard. When we get... So here's the reputation rewards we can get from Quel'Thalas. Very nice. We get honor, we get a cloak. What's nice is this is cloth stuff, so this is stuff that we're going to use as a priest. So look at this. See, very, very nice. So we just need to, okay, so we need to raise our Quel'Thalas. Yeah, I'm exploring the High Storm. Yeah, I haven't been here in so long. So we're gonna have to give some wool to these guys to probably raise our reputation.
Welcome to Thalas.
Very cool. When I always see these things floating in the air like this, it always reminds me of Harry Potter. Like, look at this. Like, floating plants, floating lanterns. God, did she just... Level is she 20? Ooh, I'm not jumping. 3 levels lower than her. I don't want to take that much damage. Alright, I'm just gonna log out here, guys. Oh, here's it. Let's log out on the glyph. I gotta get to bed. But that's cool. We found the, I couldn't quite remember how to get to the High Elf place, but we definitely are going to want to get our reputation up with the High Elves to get the really nice cloth items. But that just scratches the surface of some of the cool new things that Turtle has, but there's way, way, way more stuff. But anyways, we'll catch you guys later. Hope everybody's having a good one, and I will see you next time. Peace out. Probably stream tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, today, I guess. It's 4:46 a.m. Probably stream, tonight around 8 p.m. So it'll be like about 16 hours from now. 15 hours from now.